Good morning and welcome to the new format of my vlog. I guess it's the new beginning. A lot has changed since the last time we talked and there's a lot going on, but you know, we have all week to talk about it. So let's go. It's good to be back. It's gonna be a little bit strange. I have no idea how to approach doing a weekly vlog. I've done them before, once or twice, and they're fun, but we'll see. We're gonna start today or this week, I guess, by getting caught up a little bit on what's going on as far as I have been resting some. I am feeling a little bit better, at least, you know, mostly better. And I think about as good as one can expect after the last 3 years or 4 years of not having, you know, a single day off. So that's good. Managed to, you know, play and beat the Untitled Goose Game. I finished like Final Fantasy VII because that was on Switch as well. Watched some movies. It's been pretty good. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, a lot of stuff to catch you up on over time, but that's a good starter. The diet as well, for those of you that have been asking, has been, it kind of stalled out for a couple weeks there, but it's been progressively down, and I am currently at 205.8 pounds, and the goal is 204 pounds to pop that lost, you know, 20 pounds bottle that I didn't think I was gonna pop this year after all, but we're gonna get it. We are in the office here today. Kate's working on Patreon loyalty stickers, and Richard is on his way in, and we'll do some brainstorming and figuring things out today. It's a little bit of a mess, but there's a lot to talk about there too. But I haven't traveled. I've barely left Paris. Ever since coming back from Corsica, I just tried to stay in my bed as much as humanly possible, as weird as it was, and as much as I kind of fell apart there for a minute and just had a minor like physical breakdown. Things have been good. Generally really excited for everything that's coming, but there have been a lot of good things going on. Yeah, it's terrible, I know.
I was trying not to sneeze.
You're trying not to sneeze? The grand tragedy of the unsatisfaction of a sneeze unsneezed. Anyways, we've got a lot of work to get done. It's been really, I'm so excited to share with you. That's the other thing about figuring this out moving forward is how much am I able to get into one video a week? I'm used to having 7 videos a week to share whatever I feel like sharing. I gotta start like shortening stuff up. Am I gonna be any good at that? I don't know. We're about to find out. Cluck Dog lunch. The food is gonna be a very strong theme this week. For those of you that, there was at least one comment that I saw that said, "Who's Richard?" Then that's unfortunate because you should know Richard. It was nothing more than the doggy daddy of Goose Dog. I'll tell you a little bit more about Richard when we talk about The Office. Just hold on a second. Hot diggity dang. It is a rainy mess out there today. So Richard, it's been a crazy day for everyone today. Richard is not coming to the office today. He didn't come in with me. He's got some stuff to do with his kids' school. Whole another conversation. But one of the main reasons that I got this office was so that Richard and Kate would have a space to work, like dedicated space. Kate because she's a student, doesn't really have a lot of space. Richard because he's a dad, also doesn't have a lot of space. Like it's good to get them both out of their apartments and somewhere, where we can get some work done. Also without the pressures that come with coffee shops and all those kinds of shared spaces where you gotta buy stuff, you gotta kind of like get out when there's lunch if you're not buying lunch. Like it just becomes a weird dynamic. And here I can leave a mess. This is my massive to-do list of stuff I've got to get done this week. The really nice thing about having a space like this is that we can kind of spread out and think a lot. So Richard, for those of you that aren't aware of what Richard does, because most of you know that Kate helps with like administrative stuff. She mails loyalty stickers to patrons. She helps me with postcards. She was doing metadata for the daily vlog, and she's working on some other projects we're getting her up and running, like the newsletter. There's like a mentorship level of it with trying to help her in her education and moving into whatever her future career looks like. And also, getting some projects done around the place that include those things. Richard is kind of like working on a consulting side of things where he's an MBA and he's helping me with the business structure, thinking things through, putting everything down, thinking it all through, and trying to be really, prepared for whatever comes next. Like I've got really big dreams and goals, and thankfully he has a lot of publishing experience. So on the publishing side, the writing side, building a publishing house down the line, maybe a film studio down the line, he's able to help put a lot of the structure in place ahead of time to really think through and have an idea of what it is we can do, how we can accomplish it, and how we're gonna get there. So it's very helpful there. On the fiction side, he's also going to be my narrative assistant. So you may know that I unpublished all my books. That's an update. I think I talked about it in the last video, I'm not sure, but all my fiction has been unpublished. It's no longer available in print or ebook. Soon, not an audiobook either. I'm just waiting for one person to download it who says they wanted to download it before I remove it permanently. But all of my books are off the table now because we want to take the time in a space like this for the next few years to 5 years to really think and plan through everything structurally with like the 50 books that I've got coming up. It's 50-ish books. There's a lot of books to work through. So the office is dedicated to that. We've made good progress. Like I've got some of the soundproofing up in here. I'm waiting until there's more of a budget to finish the office. Of course, to get some rugs in here and some curtains and all kinds of stuff that we need. Lighting. As you saw, if you watched the last video, the lighting is a real issue in here when daylight runs out. So there's a lot going on, a lot of big projects to do still, a lot of small projects to do still, just a lot. But that's a little bit about Richard in particular because not everybody was aware that Richard was attached to Gustav this whole time. And he's an important part of everything that I'm doing. And I really like him and I'm glad that he's around. One of the other crazy things about this weekly format is that things can change dramatically from day to day and you'll have no idea what the heck is going on unless I give you the context in the moment. And today I'm obviously not going to give you that context, although some of you are going to figure this out by the end. Like those of you that are sharp know exactly what just happened. But I'm pretty sure most of you will figure it out by the very end of this video. If you watch all the way to the end, that is. But it has been a kind of a crazy day. We went all over the place. Amandine helped a lot with the thing that you'll hopefully figure out here shortly, which I very much appreciate. Because we bounced around a lot today and there was lots of traffic. And it's been raining on and off all day. We actually managed to avoid most of the time, but not entirely. One of the things that I was gonna talk about, speaking of dramatic changes and books, I think I was talking about books yesterday when we left things off. Well, I may have made all of my fiction books unavailable this week, or last week, I guess, and you can no longer grab those. I am still making progress on the nonfiction book, the book that I'm writing about, how I got to Paris and that whole history, leading up to it. Not my entire life story, but just the years leading into it. And one of the things that I've been thinking about and wanting to make sure is clear, and I've, even probably gonna be putting at the very beginning of the book, is that it's not necessarily a book about Paris, even though Paris is an ongoing character and an important character, but it's really a book about how I got to Paris through some pretty hairy situations and just kind of the darkest period of my life, and having not known going through that whether or not I would ever be able to actually make it back. It's some place that I've always wanted to be. It's a city that I've lived in before and I wanted to get back to, but wasn't sure if I'd make it before. And then just kind of managed to do it somehow. So that's more what the book is about. Anyways, that's all I was gonna say here. You ready to go? Okay. Anyways, yeah, moving on to tomorrow, I guess. Well, here's a little bit of footage that I got to take from a car because I never get to ride in a car in Paris, and so you can get a little bit of that. And then, we'll move on to what today was Wednesday, so Thursday. Overall, I think the key point is that, life is good. Life's really good right now. I'm having a grand old time. The last couple of months have been really good for resting. There have been some good personal development, some stuff just going on behind the scenes, businessy things and the office. And, there's a lot of great stuff that's coming together. So speaking of all that that's come before, what's coming next? What do we have to look forward to? One of the things we talked about was shutting down the game last week and this week, which is why, I'm going to all these spots that are in the game, partially because I just want to give them another pump because they're all great. They're still amazing. There's no reason not to go visit them. It's just that the game itself, maintaining it, we're trying to figure out how do we make it more fun. One of the things that I learned through the process was that even though the game, I think it's valuable, the recommendations are valuable, the stickers are great, everything's fun, it was just a little bit too complicated and a little bit difficult for people to figure out, just from the ground up. With the riddles and everything else, there were a couple of tricky elements there. There were a lot of people that played the game, quote unquote, but just never claimed credit. They never told any of the places they were going to that they were playing the game. So in the end, a lot of the restaurants were like, yeah, people came in, they said they were here because of you, but they weren't playing the game. And they didn't want any stickers or anything like that. So that's like, okay, well, why is that? That's a question to answer. And then another thing that I feel like is probably true is that a lot of the recommendations, because I was trying to encourage people to get off the beaten path, and where I'm going right now to Good News Coffee, it's near the Eiffel Tower, but you gotta go about 20 minutes to get away from it. That way you get out, you explore a little bit more, you see a little bit more of the city. At least that was the idea. And that's what I'd really like, to encourage people to do. But in doing that, this is a premature turn. Oh yeah. Back on the main road here. Woo! But in reality, if people are only here for a week, let's say, there's a limit to how many of those places they're gonna go to. And for me right now, I'm trying to get to all of them this week, and I'm not gonna manage it because I'm kind of busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. Yesterday was running around all over the place, didn't get to any of them. And so, it kind of draws to light how difficult it would be to get to every place while you're here on vacation. You're trying to see things, you're trying to go to museums, you're trying to climb the Eiffel Tower, whatever else it is. It's gonna be kind of hard to, get in there and see all these hot spots and have all the best coffee in Paris. I get it. So there are some other, larger ideas and some things that we're thinking about trying to put together in the future. But what we need to do right now is, take a break, pause things, and we can come back to it at a later date. Hopefully with some, more fun ideas. In the meantime, it is kind of a season of pruning things like that right now because there are a lot of great things going on for the future as well. So if we want to make sure that we are the most, I don't know why that guy's stopping in the middle of the road. If we want to make sure that we are the best prepared to move forward and fully support the projects that we want to carry out, then it makes a lot of sense to start cutting stuff out. And that's one of the things, unfortunately, that's going to get nipped. How's that for a little bit of an update? I am, like I said, on my way to Good News Coffee this morning. I'm going to have some good coffee, hopefully some good news. Been a lot of bad news lately, unfortunately, in the world. And then it's back to the office and meeting up with Richard from there. Foxy.
Hey man. Whoa!
That was delicious, as expected. I ended up getting one of these eco coffee cups from them. Pat sent me one of these. Thanks, Pat. I already confessed via comments that I left it behind at CNRS last time I went to do some voice acting with them. So, been needing another one. I'll get that other one back, don't worry. But it's good to have multiple in the office. I feel like if we can just be a little bit more eco-friendly and, get our to-go coffee in little bamboo cups instead of throwing away paper all the time, it's probably a good idea. And I really, really like these cups, so. And the filter today. So delicious. Okay, I left the new Patreon stickers at my apartment, unfortunately. So I gotta go back to my apartment before I go in to give those to Kate this morning. Whew, busy day. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the metro here, try not to get run over by any vans, and get some more writing done. I've been working on getting this book finished, at least the first draft. The plan is that we're gonna end up kickstarting it to, you know, raise a little bit of money for a real, like, solid professional editor. But Richard's, well, hello. These bike lanes getting violated left and right here today. Richard's reading it right now, what I have finished. I got a few more chapters to write, and then he's gonna let me know what he thinks. And we're gonna get it as freshened up as we possibly can, but the plan is to get somebody who's a dedicated, like, you know, legit editor to work on it. Not that Richard's not legit, but, you know, professional. Anyways, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna pack all this stuff up and get back on the metro.
Are they too soft?
No, they're not too soft. I don't think they have.
Oh no.
They don't have licky things.
Oh no.
It still looks good.
Sorry, mouth's full. We just had lunch and discovered that the 500 envelopes we ordered.
I think it's 1,000.
Is it 1,000?
We ordered 1,000, yeah.
We got a lot of envelopes because they were really cheap in bulk. Turns out part of the reason they were so cheap was they have no glue or sealant. So I need to go buy a glue stick for Kate as well. Whoops. But hey, patrons, more stickers on the way. Look good?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
All right, I've had a chance to chew and swallow and stretch a little bit. Also, Kate and Richard are gone now, so the place is empty. I'm gonna get out of here as well, but it's not just Kate and Richard that are working with me, for those of you that were following along during the break and with that video that I did with my sister. My sister is helping me, and my brother-in-law is gonna be helping me as well. My sister is helping me with social media, some other fun stuff that I'll talk about with you tomorrow, because I gotta break this stuff up somehow. And Kevin is gonna be helping with French Fridays. As French Fridays return, which is the plan in the not too distant future, he's gonna be helping me with the editing to kind of add a little bit of spice to it, something fresh. He's also the one that made the new intro that I ran at the very beginning of this video, which is really handy, and hopefully you liked it. Did you like it? Let me know below. But yeah, Kevin's been helping with that, and he's gonna be helping me edit some other videos. That way I'm not just like editing all the time. And yeah, I think it'll add a little bit of something fresh to the channel. But what's Karn gonna be helping me with? Let's talk about that tomorrow. And on my way home, I'll grab a beer at Maison to knock them off my list, and take some suggestive shots about what I'll be talking about tomorrow. I'm sure you're figuring it out. It's not a huge mystery. We have like a couple thousand stickers lying around from the game. Most of them are the Franks, but we've got a lot of the unique stickers, which are really, really cool, all designed by my sister. They're fun, they're fantastic, they're delightful, and we're just gonna start selling them. Now, one of the things that I have my sister do in working with her, she's been helping, like I said, with social media stuff and just trying to help me get through a lot of things that are pretty overwhelming as far as volume is concerned. But the really big project has been setting up this online store and kind of getting some things rolling. So theoretically, by the time this video launches, it's just like store.jayswanson.me, something like that. If that works, of course, it'll be at the bottom of the screen. If not, we'll get on that soon, but it should be up and running. There's also going to be like an Instagram account that she'll be running. That's, I think, jayswanson.store on Instagram, something like that. We just have a lot of stickers, like a ton of them, and they're not gonna go anywhere. I know a lot of you wanted to get them. A lot of you couldn't travel to Paris to get them. And while we were trying to restrain from like handing them out, because we thought, you know, we want people to come and play the game and wander around Paris and find them, and, you know, they'll be kind of a reward for all your hard work and your discovery. Yeah, we have tons of them. And if we're gonna close down the beta of the game, well, we might as well start handing those out. So if you're interested, we'll be selling them in packs of 3 or packs of 10, because there's a giant Notre Dame sticker that you can get, you know, with all the other ones. And yeah, I don't know, if you want some Paris stickers, some really delightful Paris stickers, then
I would like to send some to you. Please feel free to grab them. We have so many of them. Please free up some of my shelf space. Anyways, that's one of the big announcements this week, and it's been one of the things we've been working on for a while, and one of the things we'll continue to develop into the future. You know, adding some prints and some photos and some other fun stuff that I made or Karin made, or, you know, that you just can't get anywhere else. So hopefully that's right up your alley. Anyways, it's Friday. This whole vlogging weekly experience has been kind of nuts, bouncing all over the place. I'm gonna try and do a rough edit today to have get a feeling for what the heck is going on. Make sure that I've actually said something that makes some sense, and use the rest of today and Saturday to clear up anything that I think is not quite as clear as it probably should be. But in the meantime, let's go to Paul Rombaud. Because Jeanne, for those of you that have been asking for her to be in it, I got Gustav in. If I can get her in, I think this will be quite the win of a weekly vlog. And then I'm gonna get some writing done this morning. Let's go. Merci. Oh là là. Such a warm and friendly spot, and the construction right outside finally finished, which is nice, so thankfully that's over. I got a lot of writing done today, which is good. A few like sub chapters or mini chapters, I don't know what to call them, finished, which is great. Making some steady progress on this book and really hoping that we can get rolling on the process of editing it here in the not too distant future, which would be very, very good. Also, one of the things I gotta do today is finish the setup for the store and off to the races, which is really exciting. It's one of those things where like we made these really fun stickers. I really love the designs my sister did, and it's kind of killing me a little bit. It's a little bit tragic that they're just sitting in piles in the office or, out in the game. And a few hundred people have gotten those stickers. They liked them, which is great. But yeah, if we can share it with more people. It's interesting as I'm writing this book and talking about the history of like how I got here and all the struggles to just create stuff and share that, and how hard it was to make things that, either didn't really go anywhere or to end up in one particular city where I felt not only not supported, but kind of just like mildly discouraged from doing the things that I love doing and pursuing the dreams that I had for my life. How important it is for me as someone who likes to create things to share those things, and how great of an opportunity I have through something like this vlog to be able to share my days and share my passion for making videos and my passion for storytelling and the things that I just love to do and see and the way that I like to experience and explore the world. It's a huge privilege. So if nothing else, let me just say thank you for being here and watching these videos. Just at that, you've already given me something, and I'm really, really grateful that you're here and, participating. Even if it's simply by consuming the videos that I'm making, it makes a huge difference, and it's I'm such a lucky guy, and it's such a fortunate place to be in life right now. So thanks for being a part of it. Really appreciate it. If nothing else, writing this book has definitely given me a good sense of appreciation for what I have today, so that's glorious. Anywho, I need to find myself some lunch, and yeah, let's sit down and see what we have. Honestly, I think that might be enough. This has been, it's already a little bit long. It's been really fun. I'm gonna get this figured out. Tomorrow I am gonna be doing a little bit of voice recording for a children's book series that I've done voices for before. I don't think I'm gonna record any of that though. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. And you can check my Instagram stories if you're interested in, following along with that, I suppose. But otherwise, I guess by the time you're seeing this, it's too late. You should follow me on Instagram either way. It'll make your life better. But I hope that you had a wonderful week, that you're off to a wonderful week, and thanks for watching. I'll see you bright and early next Monday morning for one more of these, and in the next few weeks we're going to be cooking up some more stuff to start releasing. So make sure you stick around for that. I hope you have a wonderful week, and yeah, see you next Wednesday. Did you enjoy this video a delight? Subscribe, hit the like button, and maybe consider supporting this channel on Patreon. I've got to get a new job.